Welcome to the 5 News Elections Special, and we have our first party leader, TheLordPred, who is the party leader of New Labour, with us here in the studio today. Welcome to the studio.
Thank
How are
you.
you today?
I'm doing just fine.
That is brilliant. That is brilliant. This is our first interview of the party leaders before the debate is staged. So let's get right into this. Our first question for you today is, what are your plans for the UK if you do indeed get onto the government benches?
Well, I think it's actually very hard for me to explain all my plans in detail here, but I'm going to try my best to give you a summary here. First of all, we would like to establish a new
Mm-hmm.
department called the Department of Social Development and Immigration. It would encompass taking over immigration responsibilities from the Home Office and then making it so the Home Office and Judiciary would have oversight over this said department. It would also encompass the absorption of Job Center under it. We're also be pushing to try and establish things like the National Statistics Office and other under this department. Um, we also are going to bring back the Department of Media, Culture, and Sport as a sub-department under this and reintroduce the minister, that media role under it as well. Now, in terms of
Mm-hmm.
foreign affairs, we have a Commonwealth first foreign policy. We do think that international affairs are valuable, but we should be focusing on increasing relations of all these Commonwealth nations that we haven't had much interaction with under the previous governments, and then getting more involved in the Commonwealth and perhaps pushing for reforms within it, such as we would like to go into these Commonwealth sessions and say, hey, let's push for a system like the IMF and the UN so that we may fund these nations and help them out. It would also be planned that we have communication lines open of all these nations so that we may effectively coordinate a response should an event happen like the Australia-New Zealand war. We would also like to increase the House of Commons to 60 seats, as I'm sure you've seen, and then increase term limits to 3 months, and then bring back committees within the House of Commons. Those are just a few policies. But obviously we
Just a
have many more.
few. It sounds like a lot more than just a few, but it's clear
Oh
to
yeah, we
me
got
that
a
the
lot more too.
New
Trust
Labour
us.
Party.
A
It's
lot
clear to
more.
me that the New Labour Party has knows what for you. You know what you're doing. It sounds like that anyway.
Definitely.
So our second question: you are quite a new party. Like, this is your first election that you will be um participating in. So, is there a target for your party in this election? Like, is there any target you are wanting?
Definitely. I think our goal right now is we would like to have a majority government. That's obviously our goal. And if we don't get that, I think it would be a definite disappointment within the party. Government is the goal.
So, is that just the goal? So, you
That is the goal. We've been working hard for this. We have a manifesto that's coming out within just a few hours, which will detail all of our plans so that the public may read it.
I did like your text win thing. That was quite good party
That is from Theo Novak.
propaganda.
That is from Theo Novak. He is a great member of the party. He's been doing a lot of great work. You can just text with
Oh,
him and get involved.
that's very, very good, very good. Anyway, the
Definitely.
third question. This election was called with very little notice for everyone. How are you and your party handling that?
Well, I think we are in a key position in actually being more prepared than any other party right now because obviously we were established 3 weeks ago. And since then, we have about 260 members in our Discord. We have a full 13-member cabinet. We have enough parliamentary candidates right now to fill out a majority should we win it. And then we have a full campaign staff and full media team as well. So I think we are in the unique position of actually being much more prepared for this election than other parties. And as such, I think that will translate on the polling days into a majority.
Mm-hmm. Apparently, you want to expand how many seats are within the House of Commons to 60 seats.
Yes, sir.
Do you think that is realistic? Do you think that is sustainable?
I mean, I do think it's realistic and sustainable. What a lot of the policies our government would like to do is we'd like to expand on, we have this coronavirus thing right now, and we're getting so much activity because of it. And I think that the next government should capitalize on it to build up a base that can be sustainable. I mean, you're going to have more activity, but if you can use that additional activity and then, expand on it, get more people, show, hey, we have a 60-seat House of Commons, it's functioning, then you'll have more people to join, more interest to be generated. A lot of our policies in regards to the House of Commons isn't just, oh, we're increasing this with no plan. We want to increase the House of Commons and we want to push people to get more politically involved. People say that a 60-seat House of Commons isn't sustainable, isn't possible, it hasn't worked before. But you look at the activity of our nation now, 200 people at the last BAF inspection. And we only have a 50-seat House of Commons right now. That's a 10-seat increase. We have 4 parties running in the election. I mean, I think it's very possible and very sustainable. And if parties are saying that they don't have the members to fill out that activity, then they're just lying to the public just because they don't want to get new people involved because they're afraid to damage their party's image.
That is true, but on the other hand, the activity that coronavirus is bringing, the coronavirus when it's gone, because everyone has their commitments in real life, what are they going to do when everyone backs out from Roblox? Because I know a lot of politicians that are coming back to the UK after have taken a time out because of their real life duties like university.
Definitely.
So what do you think? Do you think they'll be able to stay? Or do you think there'll be new political figures coming out with a 10% increase, a 10-seat increase?
I definitely think that if we do this now and we start working on the framework, I've had a lot of people DM me and say, hey, I'm interested in becoming a candidate. And these are people that aren't, in the 17, 18, 19, 20 age range of a lot of our current politicians, which is the reason why it's inactive. We have so many people that are in parliament that are above the age of 17 who have those real life responsibilities. But then, you have a new generation that you need to foster and facilitate the growth of so you can fill out this parliament. And that's what I think is going to happen over the coming months. So I do think it's a very sustainable increase and it's very realistic to set that as a goal.
Yeah. Well, these answers from you have been very good insights to your party and how the New Labour Party portrays themselves. And our final question, well, it's not really a question. Would you like to say anything to the people of Britain?
I mean, we're going to go into that polling on Sunday, and you're going to have 4 choices. You're going to have the Liberal Democrat. No, let me rephrase that. You're going to have 6 choices, actually. You're going to have 2 independent candidates, Christopher Huxley and Soup Child. And then you're going to have the Lib Dems, the New Labour Party, the Imperial Party, and the Conservative Party. I think that when people go into the poll, they should vote with their heart. And I think their heart would be saying the New Labour Party. We're the only party that has committed to, these reforms that other parties are too scared to do. And I think that'll be a good reflection of how we govern. We're not going to be afraid to make a change if we feel that it would benefit the United Kingdom. And that's how we're going to govern. We're not going to govern scared like previous governments have. We're not going to be inactive. We're not going to be pushing policy that doesn't work. If we push something, we're going to make sure it works. And I think that's why the people should, be supporting New Labour, vote New Labour on Sunday.
Well, I don't know personally, but thank you for your time, TheLordPred, and I will see you on the debate stage in due course. And I wish your party, the New Labour Party, good luck in these upcoming elections.
Definitely.
So it's been good. It's been good having you here in the interview. And I've been Sean Rurak with TheLordPred. It's been a pleasure, Britain. Over and out.